Hello, Steve White, Stu White's 89. Well, the Eternals finally opened and it made $30 million, which on Friday alone. I'm fairly surprised at that. There's been a lot of talk about the Eternals, a lot of criticism, and I'm guessing that is looking towards a 70 to 90 million weekend. I'm not sure. Looks like it's going to be on par with Black Widow and Venom and Shang-Chi and all those movies. So it looks like it's doing okay. I've saw some local promotion for it and it looks okay. I don't know why so many people are trashing it. The only real criticism I've heard is that it's long and slow, but frankly I found most of the Marvel films to be long and slow, so that really doesn't bother me. Apparently it's been banned in Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Kuwait. Not sure if that's how you say that, because of the gay characters, because it's got gay characters. And the most interesting thing is that the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes is 48%. That is by far the lowest of any Marvel film. And the main criticism from the usual suspects, the Fandom, Menace, the geeks and gamers, the haters, all those people, are that it's pandering. It's all about, just wanting to have gay superstars or gay superheroes for representation for the sake of it, and it's all pandering and so forth. And usually the critics are on the other side of that, and they're giving the film, any film they're criticising, they're giving great scores to. But it's actually getting a low score. It's getting an 81% audience rating and a 48% critics rating. So I don't know what to make of that. Could it possibly be actually pandering? Because all the other films they accused of pandering weren't pandering. And all the other films that were marketed as feminist and man-hating and all that, and they really weren't. It's just the marketing was taking that angle to try and stir up controversy and get attention and get press that way. Maybe this does pander. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with watching a bunch of diverse superheroes and a couple of them are actually gay. I'm really not bothered by it. So the people are getting upset just because of those elements, it's really not relevant to the film, whether the film's any good. So I'm very curious to see how the film is. I could watch it, but I want to watch it with some quality, so I'm waiting to see what my options are. It's opening. But yeah, I'm really curious now why, because I knew why the haters would hate it, because it's got gay characters and it's diverse and they just want, white, straight, toxic men and, submissive, stereotypical women, to be saved by them, the stereotypical standard sort of old school superhero stuff, which on one level has its place, but for the most part is outdated. And, that's why they hate it, because that's what they want to see and that's not what they're seeing. And a lot of these people aren't very intelligent. They can't appreciate, depth in the story. And, if it takes some time to expand on things or explore things, they get bored with that because they just want explosions and, pew pew and, So I get why a lot of the usual suspects and haters would hate the show. But why are the critics, attacking it? Because normally, like I said, they're on the other end. When the haters are hating it, they're normally giving it almost out of spite a really good review. So I'm curious now to see what the deal is. Maybe it is a little slow, but if it's working towards intelligent concepts and so forth, I'm fine with that. Not all superhero films have to be just non-stop action and mindless violence and just superhero antics. They could actually have a real story. They could actually have some real characters. They could have some real issues. I really don't know because I haven't seen the freaking film. But I do find it curious how much it's being criticised. When I heard it had been banned in a few places, I thought they were making out it's being removed because it's not doing well enough, and Disney, they don't think it's going to make money, so they're pulling it out of areas and that, when it's actually due to homophobia and that. So the fact they're trying to spin it that way, it's such a bad film, they're pulling it because it's not doing, no one's going to watch it, when it's actually homophobia, which is of course what, they are promoting, so usually promoting with their platforms. So I'm really curious to see what this film is. I'm really curious to see to judge the responses of different people based on the film, but I haven't seen it yet, so I can't. But I just wanted to speculate, and I just wanted to point out that it has made $30 million on its first day. Now, the last couple of films I looked at, I don't spend a lot of time looking at box office because I care more about what people think. I think if people see a film, it's successful. Now, if that makes more money, than its budget or so forth, blah, 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 I really don't care. So I haven't really looked at that side of things, but from the things I've looked at recently, usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday are usually roughly around the same amount of money. So if it's made 30 in the first night, it's probably going to make another 25, 30 on the next 2 days. So it's going to make 70, 80, 90 million, I'm guessing. But I am just speculating. I'm just curious to see how it goes. I guess I'll have a look on Monday and see where the box office went. And hopefully I'll see it soon so I can read some proper reviews. But then, I'd like to make up my own mind. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.